Buccaneers and your anti-Scarlet Hawks. The Illinois Tech NCAA devote to sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and may be grounds for removal from Stewart Field. Now let's our starting lineups first for the Midnight Buccaneers. A senior defender from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, number 3, AC James. A senior midfielder from St. Charles, Illinois, number 4, Suzanne Healy. A junior midfielder from Grand Junction, Colorado, 7, Maya DeGeorge. A first-year attack from St. Charles, Missouri, number 11, Maggie Hutt. A junior attack from Newton, Illinois, number 12, Daisy Kleinhofer. A first-year attack from Mobile, Alabama, number 13, Cecilia Johnson. A junior defender from Nebraska, number 15, Lexi Schubert. A junior attacker, Fisher, Indiana, 16, Johanna McNair. A junior midfielder from Bellflower, California, 20, Cassidy Felix. A graduate student goalkeeper from Verona, Wisconsin, number 21, Sophia Jadella. A sophomore defender from Cooper City, Florida, number 22, Haley McNamee. A sophomore midfielder from Panama, Lithuania, number 26, Elizabeth Panapate. The Buccaneers are coached by head coach George Kunis. And now the starting lineup for your Illinois Scarlet Hawks. A sophomore attacker from Corvallis, Oregon, number 1, Iona Pettigrew. A senior midfielder from St. Charles, Missouri, number 2, Maya Huddleston. A first-year attacker from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India, number 8, Shri. A senior midfielder from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 4, Kelly Hitchcock. A first-year midfielder from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, number 10, Izzy Ziegler. Senior midfielder from Gaithersburg, Maryland, number 13, Faith Bush. A senior defender from Versailles, France, number 15, Kenza Afi. A junior defender from San Jose, Costa Rica, number 18, Nicole Cabezas. A senior attack from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 20, Mercy Godfrey. A senior goalkeeper from Lacrosse, Wisconsin, number 21, Caitlin Gavin. And a sophomore attacker from Atlanta, Georgia, 22, Tony Martinez. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Kurt Lamity and his 7th season coach Lillian Yanni. Now we'll have to answer these runs. Who's our winner half as we honor America playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon from Stewart Field in Chicago, Illinois. NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse getting ready to begin at Stewart Field. This evening, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks get ready for NAC conference action as they get set to take on the Beloit Buccaneers. Chris Rouse on the call, and we are getting ready to get underway with the Beloit Buccaneers and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. The Scarlet Hawks coming in looking to avenge a loss at the hands of the Marion Sabres right here at Stewart Field on Saturday. Marion's win, a 13-6 win over the Scarlet Hawks, ruined Illinois Tech's senior day. And now the Scarlet Hawks go up against the Beloit Buccaneers. And speaking of Beloit in their Navy uniforms, let's get the starting lineups for George Cunnis' roster. He'll start with number 3, Macy James. Number 4, Suzanne Healy. Number 7, Maya DeGeorge. Number 11, Maggie Mudd. Number 12, Daisy Kleinhofer. Number 13, Cecilia Johnson. Number 15, Alexa Schubert. Number 16, Joanna McNair. Number 20, Cassidy Felix. Number 22, Haley McNamee. And number 26, Elisbetta Patapete. And then rounding out the starters will be the goalkeeper, number 21, Sophia Gidello. For the Scarlet Hawks, black shorts, white tops with the black numbers. Kirk Lamity in his 7th season, flanked by assistant coach Lillian Yanni. We'll actually start in net for the Scarlet Hawks as we're going to get a battle of the 21s. We already mentioned Gidello being in net for Beloit. It will be Caitlin Davitt in net for the Scarlet Hawks. And in the field will be number 1, Iona Pettigrew. Number 2, Maya Huddleston. Number 3, Shree Meher. Number 4, Kelly Hitchcock. Number 10, Isabel Izzy Niebler. Number 13, Faith Bush. Number 15, Kenza Afeeve. Number 18, Nicole Cabezas. Number 20, Mercy Godfrey. And number 22, Antonia Tony Martinez rounds out the starters for the Scarlet Hawks. Opening draw control here between McNair and Hitchcock. And we're underway here in Chicago. Hitchcock actually got the better of the draw control and now scoops up the possession as Illinois Tech begins our affair on offense. Glad that you could join us here on this Thursday afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, whatever you want to call it here. Tony Martinez is going to start the action for the Scarlet Hawks in behind the cage. Fresh 75 on the shot clock. Out to Maya Huddleston. Illinois Tech splitting their last 2 matches here at Stewart Field, beating Wisconsin Stevens Point pretty handedly in a milestone Saturday back on the 30th. And then on the actual milestone Saturday, senior day, it was the visitors, the Marion Sabres, who came in and got the 13-6 win. And now an early whistle down on the field between the officials, amongst our 3 officials down on the field, as we try to get something right on the field here. While they get that sorted out, Beloit comes in at 4-5, winless in conference at 0-1. Illinois Tech 3-7, and they score with Kelly Hitchcock on a quick pass from Faith Bush. Kelly Hitchcock opens the scoring, makes it 1-0 Scarlet Hawks.
Illinois Tech goal.
Hitchcock beats Gidello, and not a minute in, Illinois Tech leads at 1-0. I was going to say Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech comes into this match at 3-7, 0-1 in conference play. But the goal from Hitchcock allows Illinois Tech to open the scoring, assisted by Faith Bush for the first goal of the afternoon for the Scarlet Hawks. Hitchcock with a team-leading 50th goal. That assist from Bush, her 14th. Good for second on the team behind Tony Martinez, who was going to scoop up the ground ball, but the whistle will negate her forward progress. Turns it over to Beloit. First offensive touch for the visiting Beloit Buccaneers. Johanna McNair in possession of the ball now for Beloit. McNair working on Maya Huddleston, who they're using on the defensive side of the Scarlet Hawks. McNair right to the front of the net. And is that in? It looks like it's behind the net. It got tangled in the net, but not inside, so no goal. Our vantage point, that looked like it looked as if it was inside, but it was just caught on the net on the backside. Maya Huddleston, a versatile member of this Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks roster, has been a part of the defensive line the last few games, but also can play in the front. We saw that actually Saturday against Marion. Part of the offensive attack was Huddleston. Hitchcock. Middle of the field over to Faith Bush. 13 19 and counting here in the first quarter. Illinois Tech has already opened the scoring thanks to Kelly Hitchcock's goal assisted by Faith Bush. That was at the 14-17 mark of the first quarter. Here we are at the 13:03 mark. Minute 14 since our only goal. Bush. Pretty good step, but was cut off there by Suzanne Healy. Healy, a senior out of St. Charles, Illinois. Mercy Godfrey over to Martinez. Martinez has had plenty of activity for the Scarlet Hawks as of late. Certainly a threat to score. She goes for goal. The ball is actually knocked down in front of the line, but it's saved by the Beloit keeper, Sophia Gidello. The graduate student out of Verona, Wisconsin, wearing 21 in Navy, currently trailing 1-0 to her numerical counterpart in white for the Scarlet Hawks, Caitlin Davitt. Faith Bush. Back up to Hitchcock. 70 on the shot clock for the Scarlet Hawks. They're already close to the net. Coach Kirk Lamity yelling, wheel it, wheel it. I mean, they, once again, full minute. Plenty of opportunities to try to run a wheel to the net here if that is the course that the Scarlet Hawks want to take. Maya Huddleston out on the perimeter. And now Huddleston within range to go for goal. Huddleston steps inside the line, but she'll redirect out beyond the perimeter over to Hitchcock. A lot of motion in front of the net for the Scarlet Hawks, but nothing where they could really get a pass and turn and get a shot. Bush with Hitchcock on the head of steam. Looks like the backside motion all kind of cleared out for Bush. Bush goes to the net. Her shot is deflected away, and it's DeGeorge who comes away with it for Beloit, holding the ball out high in her cross, looking to clear. Maya DeGeorge, Jr. out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Over to McNair. McNair gets past Hitchcock to the net, bounces one home, and she beats Caitlin Davitt. Joanna McNair makes it a tie game with 11:05 in the first quarter. So Johanna McNair with her 27th goal. That's good for second on the team behind only Maya DeGeorge, who has 29. And McNair, 16 in Navy. You'll see her jog into your picture in about 3, 2, 1. There she is. And now we'll get the draw control. McNair actually going to go take the draw control again against Hitchcock. They've taken the draw controls thus far here for their respective roster. Hitchcock actually won the opening draw control. And now it'll be up to McNair to try to regain possession for Beloit after they've leveled the score at 1 apiece. Midfield. McNair, the junior out of Fishers, Indiana. Almost won that draw control to Suzanne Healy, but instead it's Bush who comes away with it for the Scarlet Hawks. Tony Martinez. Illinois Tech playing shorthanded. They've been playing shorthanded all season. Usually only have one player on the sideline. Well, tonight they don't even have that. No reserves for the Scarlet Hawks. The starters that you see are the starters that you will get for the Scarlet Hawks team this evening against the Beloit Buccaneers. Huddleston over to Hitchcock. And back to Huddleston. But it also, the fact that Illinois Tech is short a player, they have literally no reserves at their disposal. Expect this to be a much slower match. You saw Illinois Tech gain possession of the ball, and they held on to it for a good deal of that previous possession, only to come away empty for Beloit to get a counter goal on the other end. Hitchcock. Passes back out to Martinez, 30 seconds. Coach Lamity wants a reset of the play for the Scarlet Hawks. They've only got 25 seconds to work with to try to put a shot on the net and threaten Sophia Gidello. Hitchcock bobbling the pass. Shot clock at 15. Here's Bush. Shot clock at 12. Bush still retreating beyond the perimeter. Shot clock at 6. Bush starts to just go for it herself. She takes the shot, and it's saved by Gidello, rebounded by Mercy Godfrey. Fresh minute for the Scarlet Hawks off the offensive rebound. Martinez looking for Huddleston. Passes it back out to Hitchcock. Lamity, the coach of the Scarlet Hawks, again calling for the reset. Remember, they were calling for the wheel earlier. I didn't hear what he called for on this trip. But we'll all find out together if the Scarlet Hawks can execute. Hitchcock over to Bush. Bush guarded by Healy. Few hesitation steps from Bush. That's good spacing and a goal. Faith Bush, stutter step hesitation. Faked right a couple of times, went left. And then when she went left, she found the back of the net. 2-1 Scarlet Hawks. So at the 8:53 mark, 8:53 mark to go in the first quarter, it's Faith Bush with her 18th goal of the season. And Illinois Tech now leads it 2-1. It will be McNair and Hitchcock. Again on the draw control, expect those two to meet the majority of the evening, especially Hitchcock. I mean, once again, Illinois Tech with no reserves, no active subs. Beloit's not that strong on the sub side either. Only 3 players on the sideline. Looks like only maybe 2 of them are active to play. But then again, the third player has a hoodie on. Actually, all 3 of them have a hoodie on, but the third one doesn't have a cross. Hitchcock making the pickup. Kelly Hitchcock off the ground ball. Off the draw control. And now Illinois Tech on their offensive zone of the field. Bush with the most recent goal of the match. Godfrey back to Bush. Actually, now I look at that Beloit sideline. They have 4 players on the sideline, 3 of them holding crosses. One of them is the backup keeper, and the ball goes into the net for the Scarlet Hawks as Bush was trying to feed the ball into Niebler, and Niebler almost sort of baseball swung the ball into the net there. She really couldn't get a secure catch, just guided it into the net. Izzy Niebler makes it 3-1. Just the way the coaches drew it up.
Is that her first career goal?
Izzy Niebler finding the back of the net. And that is her first career goal for Isabel Niebler. Izzy Niebler finding the back of the net, makes it 3-1. Izzy Niebler, the first year out of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, representing the team right in the heart of Chicago, scores the goal. Illinois Tech leads it 3-1. First career goal for the Menominee Falls, Wisconsin native in Niebler. Illinois Tech, despite being shorthanded, they're ahead where it counts on the scoreboard, up 3-1. New draw control here. It'll be Maggie Mudd taking it for Beloit as opposed to Fisher. There's a violation, face-off violation. It will favor Beloit. Or will it? Now one official has brought out a green card. So it will be Illinois Tech possession. Or is it? No, it is Beloit ball. So, after the official, he went right, left a few times back and forth, it will be Beloit possession to make it 3-1. I saw him check that card. I think he was just trying to see who had the opening draw. Beloit has it with Maya DeGeorge. Cassidy Felix is right in the middle of the field. Here's DeGeorge, the leading scorer for Beloit in terms of goals this season. DeGeorge, pass into traffic, a chance to go for goal. That would have been an opportunity for Beloit. They had a player, that was Cecilia Johnson, but she was quickly collapsed on by Illinois Tech. Davitt flings it out of traffic, but she flings it back to Beloit. Here's DeGeorge, chance to go for goal, and she shot it right off the cross of Davitt. Johanna Fishers, no longer on the draw control duty, but certainly an active player for this Beloit team when it comes to goals, second on the team in scoring. Fisher dispossessed. Now Illinois Tech, they gain possession on the ground ball with Hitchcock. DeGeorge with 29 goals, McNair with 27. Those are the two leading goal scorers for Beloit. Both had a chance, neither successful. Izzy Niebler able to scoop up that ground ball pickup. And I mentioned earlier how Illinois Tech, they don't have a single active reserve injuries. Injury-riddled roster. Even Izzy Niebler, who's actually playing on a bad leg out there, gained her first career goal and briefly a ground ball pickup. Speaks to the resilience of Kirk Lamity's team. Again, a team that has no reserves active in this game. And not the first time that they've been reduced to one or no reserves. But here they are, up 3-1 against the Beloit Buccaneers. Beloit able to gain possession with Cassidy Felix pushing towards midfield. Here is Felix. That was a nice fake left, and then she cut right. Looked like a running back, getting around Huddleston. Huddleston able to catch back up defensively. And now here comes Maya DeGeorge to join the attack. Here comes the pass to DeGeorge. Illinois Tech, it appears they're marked up one-on-one here. Marked up means man-to-man. Here's DeGeorge. Over to Fisher. Fisher's working against Pettigrew. Nice step to the net. Saved by Davitt. Fisher is able to beat her mark Pettigrew. And now Hitchcock comes away with it. Over to Martinez. Martinez just trying to get this ball out so the Scarlet Hawks can clear. Martinez with pressure coming from behind. Great help from Daisy Kleinhofer. Long pass out of play to the Beloit sideline. And now Beloit will take over with 5:20 and counting in the first. Suzanne Healy. Suzanne Healy wearing number 4 out of St. Charles, Illinois, a senior midfielder on this Beloit roster. Passes over to Cassidy Felix, Jr. out of Bellflower, California. Maya DeGeorge. DeGeorge pass Huddleston to the net. Saved again by Davitt. It actually died right at the goal line. Looked like DeGeorge should have had a goal, but Davitt knocked it down. And the ball sort of just died right at the red goal line. And then Illinois Tech trying to clear, flings it out of traffic and turns it back over to Beloit. Scarlet Hawks with a 2-goal advantage. Fisher's going to try to get a centering play here. Gets to the front of the net. Side armor and a goal! Johanna Fisher's, her second of the day. 28th of the 2024 season. Beloit back within 1. Fisher's with 2 goals. She represents the 2 on that 3-2 score as Illinois Tech leads it by 1 with 4:24 to go in the first. McNair out of Fishers, Indiana, making the goal. And Beloit. So Johanna McNair finding the back of the net. And that makes it 3-2. Scarlet Hawks as McNair, her second of the season. Second of the day, I should say. 28th of the season. Brings Beloit within 1. McNair, junior for Fishers, Indiana. Responsible for the 2 on the board. But right now, Beloit with 4:24 to go in the first. Just trying to get this draw control. Now Hitchcock comes away with it. Pressure coming from Beloit. A lot of physicality from Maggie Mudd. Mudd still applying pressure. Heavy pressure on Hitchcock. Actually forced Hitchcock to lose the ball. But this will be a hold against Beloit to turn it over to Illinois. Well, I guess keep it with Illinois Tech. Hitchcock looked as if she was going to turn it over. But due to the whistle, Illinois Tech back in control. Huddleston. Huddleston over to Hitchcock. Bush and Hitchcock back and forth here around the perimeter. And now Huddleston has it. Under a minute on the shot clock. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Johanna McNair has both goals for Beloit. Illinois Tech with 3. Faith Bush has one of them. Izzy Niebler with the most recent. Mercy Godfrey. Godfrey back out to Bush. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Scarlet Hawks with plenty of time to operate. There's a nice pass for Hitchcock. It misses the intended target. Now Sheree Meher is going to have to try to run it down. Martinez actually from well behind everyone scoops it up for the Scarlet Hawks. 15 on the shot clock. 3 minutes to go in the half in the quarter. Hitchcock over to Bush. Bush to the net. The shot. Save. Beloit doing a great job packing it in defensively, not allowing the Scarlet Hawks to get any quality looks. Sophia Gidello with the save. Here's Johanna McNair. 2 goals already and in possession of the ball. McNair pass ahead of traffic. She's got Maggie Mudd to the front of the net. Mudd scores for Beloit. Maggie Mudd has tied the game at 3 with 2:29 to go in the first quarter. Well, Illinois had a 2-goal lead. And the goal from McNair, and now this one here from Maggie Mudd gets us leveled at 3. Mudd is 3rd on the team in goals scored for Beloit. 20th goal of the season for Mudd, behind Maya DeGeorge, who's at 29, and Johanna McNair, who with her 2 goals today is at 28. 2:29 to go. Hitchcock is going to take the draw control. It's now Hitchcock running to the net. Looks like she's going to go straight to the net, but the path deterred by Maya DeGeorge. Kelly Hitchcock getting the directions from Kirk Lamity. She is on the near side, so she can actually clearly hear them here as she goes in behind the cage. There were instructions for Tony Martinez, number 22 in white. She's out at the top of the play. Hitchcock goes inside. And there is Martinez. Martinez over to Huddleston. Coach Lamity didn't like the spacing there or the spots selected by his players. And now Tony Martinez has it for the Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks want to swing here. They want to try to get it to Hitchcock and Martinez. And now Kirk Lamity, with exactly 100 seconds to go, is going to call a timeout. We're tied at 3 here in the first quarter. 1:38 to go in said quarter. And we'll return with more after this. Scarlet Hawks looking to break the deadlock. We'll see what they come up with 38 on the shot clock with 1:38 remaining in the first. You're watching Illinois Tech Women's Lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics. Back here at Stewart Field, you're watching women's lacrosse. Right now, the Scarlet Hawks in a 3-3 deadlock with the Beloit Buccaneers here in the first quarter. Chris Rouse on the call from Stewart Field, the near south side of Chicago, Illinois. For our viewers at home, there's a look at the south goal here at Stewart Field. Also a look at that crane coming down 31st Street. But now action resumes with Faith Bush for the Scarlet Hawks. Here's Bush. Looking to wheel out. And now Bush just holding. You can hear Kirk Lamity, the coach, saying swing it. He wants it to go behind the cage. Here is Tony Martinez. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Martinez goes in behind the cage. Martinez trying to beat DeGeorge. She's got a pass to Niebler. The ball was deflected away. Shot clock at 3. Shot clock at 2. I think the Scarlet Hawks are just going to eat the shot clock violation, and they are. So a shot clock violation with 55 seconds to go. Illinois Tech burned the timeout, but couldn't get a quality look there. And once again, remember, no reserves for the Scarlet Hawks, no subs. So the 11 that you see, those are going to be the players for the game for the Scarlet Hawks. Beloit with Felix pushing the other way. A shot that lands right at the shin of Caitlin Davitt. Ball rolls out of play, and Illinois Tech will gain possession. Pettigrew into Hitchcock. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Hitchcock running down the field is dispossessed and loses it out of bounds, courtesy of the defense from Maggie Mudd. Here's Beloit. Patapete gives it up the field. Final 3 seconds. DeGeorge inside to McNair, who turns and bounces one home. That was bang, bang. Did she get it in time? They give it to her. Johanna McNair, already her third of the game, and it gives her a tie for the team lead with 29. Her third goal of the game for McNair, and just like that, Beloit takes a 1-point lead into the intermission. So at the end of one, the Beloit Buccaneers, they lead it 4-3 over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Johanna McNair with 3 goals. Let's see how the Scarlet Hawks respond on the other side of our break. You're watching Illinois Tech Women's Lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Timely scoring is going to be key in this matchup, as we found out in the first quarter. A timely goal from the Beloit Buccaneers helped them take a 4-3 advantage as we get ready to begin the second quarter. Chris Rouse here on the call from Stewart Field on the near south side of Chicago, Illinois. Johanna McNair, number 16 in Navy, 3 goals already in that first quarter for the Beloit Buccaneers. 29 on the season for McNair. Her 29th goal of the season is the reason Beloit has a 4-3 edge, as she literally scored with about 1 second, maybe a tenth of a second even, to end that first quarter. And the goal from McNair assisted by Maggie Mudd, who's in the draw control circle with Kelly Hitchcock. And we begin the second quarter with the Beloit Buccaneers in possession. For all the talk about Johanna McNair, here is Beloit's leading scorer entering the match, and Maya DeGeorge. She has 29 on the season, went for 30 there, missed it, thanks to David's save. And now here's Hitchcock. Kelly Hitchcock trying to get out of traffic, gives it back to David. Now here's where Illinois Tech has had problems all afternoon, trying to get that ball from the keeper, David, and push it up the field. Nice pass by Martinez to Huddleston. Huddleston almost, I want to say she did take her eye off the ball. She had to duck her head to make the catch, but was able to recover possession after the ball fell harmlessly to the turf. Huddleston over to Hitchcock. And now around the perimeter for the Scarlet Hawks with Bush. Hitchcock looking at Huddleston. More perimeter passing for the Scarlet Hawks. Godfrey is open in behind the cage, and they're going to go to Godfrey. This is usually where Tony Martinez comes to get the ball, and here we go. So now Martinez with 35 on the shot clock. Just a lot of perimeter passing for the Scarlet Hawks. Meher and Niebler working a lot of stunting and interplay, switching between those two in front of the keeper. But no passes for the Scarlet Hawks. Beloit calling for help inside. And as a result, you see about 4 Navy jerseys in front of the keeper. Here's Niebler in front for a goal opportunity. Bounces it past the net. Martinez is on the back line. Illinois Tech will maintain possession. 5 seconds to go. Tony Martinez spinning. She tries to shoot. That one goes wide right. And Beloit will gain possession now as the shot clock expires. Alexa Schubert came up with possession anyway for Beloit. And now the Buccaneers will fling it out of traffic, and a beautiful pass right to Maggie Mudd. Here's Maggie Mudd. She's got Hitchcock sort of backpedaling. She's running sideways, trying to make sure she doesn't get beat. Cabezas went down there for the Scarlet Hawks. But the Scarlet Hawks teamwork made the dream work there as they come up with the dispossession of the ball and the ground ball pickup. Faith Bush. Long run here, working on Patapete. Bush. Patapete just keeping the cross high in the air, trying to just stop her from making a pass to the front of the net. It was successful as Bush passes off to Hitchcock, who is directly on a line in front of the net, but she was also 5 yards back. Here's Hitchcock. Over to Bush. Here's Hitchcock. Bit of a give-and-go play and score for the Scarlet Hawks. Kelly Hitchcock. Bush with the assist. Hitchcock, Illinois Tech's number 4, ties our score at 4. Goal number 51 for Kelly Hitchcock on the season, already her second of the day. And just like that, Illinois Tech has tied our match at 4 apiece in the second quarter. Both of these teams still looking for their first NAC conference victory. And honestly, we know for Illinois Tech, bit of a issue with the scheduling, considering not only this match, you have no reserves for this match, but Illinois Tech, after today, they're going to have to play Edgewood on Saturday and then see MSOE again on Tuesday, April 16th. So not really a favorable time in the schedule for the Scarlet Hawks. Down on bodies, but that's what it seems like. You have nothing but games, not a lot of time to practice. Johanna McNair wins the draw control. McNair looking for her 4th goal of the match. She draws a whistle. She's going to draw a flag on the Scarlet Hawks, and they're going to stop it as McNair took quality contact to about the head area there. And now she'll get a free position opportunity. After today, Beloit will go to Marion on Saturday in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And then they will go to Aurora on the 17th before returning home on April 20th to take on Concordia. A shot goes in front of the net, saved by David. Long outlet to Hitchcock. Illinois Tech's number 4. The reason they have 4 on the board, she's got 2 goals in the match is Hitchcock, but her latest was the 4th to tie the match. 11:23 as Martinez picks it up. Middle of the field pass to Bush. Hotly contested first half between these two teams. DeGeorge tried to make contact with the cross of Bush. Instead, she got Faith Bush. And you can't do that. That's going to result in a green card. And that'll send DeGeorge to the sideline, likely slashing for a minute. So green card to DeGeorge. Sits her out for a little bit. Niebler with an opportunity to go for a goal. She gets dispossessed, does Izzy Niebler. And now Beloit comes away with it. Elisbetta Parapete comes up with it. Long pass to the sideline. Look out. That gets over here past us at the broadcast location. And Illinois Tech will take over. Huddleston. Back in for the Scarlet Hawks. As they have possession now on the offensive side with 10:25. Here's Tony Martinez. Martinez had shooting space but didn't fire. Here's Bush. Bush to Hitchcock. Give and go again. And a goal! Kelly Hitchcock for the 3rd time. Her 53rd of the season. And Illinois Tech takes a 1-goal advantage. The Scarlet Hawks had a player advantage with Maya DeGeorge picking up the green card. Number 7 in Navy comes back on the field. Now with the Buccaneers down a goal.
Illinois Tech goal, her 3rd of the match, scored by number 4, Kelly Hitchcock. Assist number 13, Bush, at 10:14.
So Hitchcock with her 3rd of the day. She opened the scoring for the Scarlet Hawks. She scored the last 2 goals for the Scarlet Hawks. And she is the reason Illinois Tech has a 5-4 advantage, getting us leveled at 4 and then scoring that goal to make it 5-4 Scarlet Hawks. Draw control coming. And Hitchcock going at it with McNair. Hitchcock. Hitchcock hands it off to Tony Martinez.
I think it's if someone else gets injured, she might have to come in.
Martinez in behind the net with help coming defensively for Parapete. Ball goes out high to Boucher with Bush. Bush with Hitchcock. Huddleston coming to the ball. They're looking for Niebler. A few steps to the net, but Illinois Tech just going to keep it on the perimeter. Now remember, again, Illinois Tech, they don't have any reserves, so you would expect the Scarlet Hawks to try to keep this match at this pace. You want to try to keep it where you can control the ball, but also you don't have to use as much energy. Bush tried to shoot, got dispossessed as she was going to shoot it. Not sure if she just lost it or Felix knocked it away. Now Beloit's long pass is going to give it right back to the Scarlet Hawks. And Kenza Afeeve will play it back on for the Scarlet Hawks off the errant pass to the Beloit sideline. Hitchcock to resume action, met by a double team is Kelly Hitchcock. She gets sandwiched as she tries to split said double team. And now she finds herself surrounded by 4 Navy jerseys, only for Hitchcock to get out of traffic and hit Faith Bush. Here's Bush. Martinez in the middle of the field. Huddleston on the far side. Far side from Bush anyway. Here's Martinez. Tony Martinez passing back here to Hitchcock. Here comes Huddleston now. Illinois Tech has had plenty of success working the ball around on this near side. They sort of pull the Beloit defense to that near side, and the pass goes to Bush, and that's where they start to play with Hitchcock. They're going to try it here with Huddleston. Huddleston couldn't quite get the cross down to maintain possession. You can see the frustration on Huddleston as she sort of smacked the ground with her cross, going to run down that ground ball pickup, but it still will go to Beloit on the bad pass. Turnover. Maya DeGeorge out near midfield. And now DeGeorge into the offensive zone for the Buccaneers. They trail by 1 with 7:38 and counting to go in the half. Johanna McNair. She has 3 goals for Beloit to this point in the match. Still yet to see one from Maya DeGeorge. And here is DeGeorge. See if Beloit's leading scorer can add 1 to her total. DeGeorge just holding here as Hitchcock gives her about 5 feet of space. Now here's a run. A few hesitation steps from DeGeorge. DeGeorge is shot off the crossbar. It gets knocked back out to the perimeter, and it's run down by Beloit. That's Felix. Felix's pass goes in behind. Another chance for the Buccaneers. Davitt with another save. Beloit wins the race to the back line. They'll maintain possession with a fresh minute on the shot clock. DeGeorge. Over to McNair. McNair's pass sets up Felix, and Felix shoots it into the net. Looked like that was a goal. I'm not an official, so my opinion doesn't matter. No goal. Here's Martinez. Daisy Kleinhofer has it, and now a whistle. And now a yellow card as Beloit was pushing towards their net. And the yellow card will get Daisy Kleinhofer off the field, number 12 in Navy. So Illinois Tech, for the second time, will have a man advantage. We saw DeGeorge come off earlier. This time it's Kleinhofer. And that's a tough break for Beloit. Beloit had a shot which appeared as if it went into the net. The official said no goal. You can see the Beloit sideline coach, George Cunnis, was upset. He was jumping around. He said, come on, that had to have gone in. And honestly, from my vantage point, looked like it was a goal. But it was immediately followed by a yellow card. Now here's Johanna McNair. She's going to try to make sure she gets it into the net. And she does. Johanna McNair right on cue. If that first one wasn't a goal, here I'll give you one that is for sure a goal. Her 4th of the afternoon. And it gives her a team lead on the season at 30. So Johanna McNair with her 4th goal has tied us at 5. It cost Beloit a player to get said goal. But when they were man down were the Buccaneers. But even with being a man down, it did not keep Beloit from finding the back of the net. 4th goal of the game for McNair. And now at 6:03, we'll get the draw control between McNair and Hitchcock. 6 minutes till halftime, coming up at halftime. We'll go over our first half stats, recap the first half action, and then we'll preview half number 2 between these two teams right here at Stewart Field on the south side of Chicago. Johanna McNair. McNair in possession for the Buccaneers, who have the ball in a tied matchup, 5 apiece. McNair has found the back of the net more than anyone on the field this afternoon. 4 goals for 16 in Navy. DeGeorge. Picked up by Martinez. Here's Johanna McNair. McNair to the front of the net. Passed it outside. Here's a shot and a goal. Beloit takes the lead. It's Suzanne Healy, the senior from St. Charles, Illinois. And Beloit regains the lead at 6-5. And Healy's goal, she finds the back of the net for only the second time in her Beloit career. The senior out of St. Charles, Illinois, has only one other goal to her credit. That was back in 2021. She only played 2 games that season. Well, one of them she scored, and this is the second goal for Healy. And it gives Beloit a 6-5 advantage. Today is April 11th, 2024. The last time Suzanne Healy scored a goal, April 14th, 2021. Almost 3 years to the day since Healy's between goal 1 and goal 2 in her collegiate career. Here's Kelly Hitchcock, Illinois Tech's number 4 in possession, following the goal from Beloit's number 4. We've already seen Hitchcock score 3 times. Now here's Bush. Back to Hitchcock, another chance. Great job defensively by Felix. A pass to Huddleston. Chance to go for goal. Huddleston goes high, but Godfrey on the back line with just under 5. Beloit was trying to get a timeout, but now Martinez has it for Illinois Tech. Here's Martinez. A pass and a whistle. One of the officials ran out in the middle of the field. He had the clock stoppage sign up, meaning the X that the officials normally make. Coach George Cunnis, he was trying to call a timeout on the backside of the play. I don't think he got that one in. Plus, Illinois Tech had possession anyway. And now a conference out in the middle of the field. Illinois Tech fans, your next time to check out Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics, next Thursday. Got baseball action 3 p.m. as the Scarlet Hawks baseball team take on the Wheaton Thunder. We'll have all of that for you over at Ed Glancy Field. That's 3 p.m. Illinois Tech baseball taking on the Wheaton Thunder next Thursday from Ed Glancy Field. And we'll have that for you on our Scarlet Hawks broadcast network. Here's Hitchcock as women's lacrosse action continues. 6-5 Beloit. And now Illinois Tech with Faith Bush. Bush gets a screen from Hitchcock. Bush's shot goes wide left. And no one on the back line will give Beloit possession. Godfrey was trying to get there, but that ball was already dead. And Beloit will take possession. Maya DeGeorge running towards midfield. A few hesitation steps around Niebler. And now DeGeorge looking to get into the offensive zone for the Buccaneers. She had Johanna McNair on the left. And here's McNair now, who actually couldn't handle the ball. Shri Meher was waiting on it, but it didn't quite make it to the line. Beloit looking for a shot. They give it out to McNair. McNair has had no problem finding the back of the net. Was a key contributor to that big play where we saw Suzanne Healy get her second career goal. Healy's goal is the reason Beloit leads 6-5. McNair, a bit of a half spin there. She tried to elude Pettigrew. Now a pass inside for Felix. Cassidy Felix, not enough room to shoot, gets dispossessed of the ball back towards Caitlin Davitt, the keeper for Illinois Tech, only for it to end up back where we started with Felix. And now a whistle as Felix goes inside with 18 on the shot clock. So it looks like Felix will get a free position opportunity. 3:13 to go in the half. Wouldn't be surprised if you see Kleinhofer run to the net here to help. The shot from Felix goes wide left. And Beloit with Kleinhofer on that back line, they'll actually maintain possession. Kleinhofer and Johnson both there. Maya DeGeorge. DeGeorge passes it across the field. She hits Mudd. Mudd, a shot goes wide. And as the shot clock expires, the ball goes wide right anyway off the south fencing. And Caitlin Davitt will resume action for the Scarlet Hawks. Looking for a teammate is Davitt. But Davitt met by the pressure of Maggie Mudd. You can hear the Scarlet Hawks sideline saying, somebody help. Davitt turns it over. Wide open net for McNair. She left it well over the net. A wide open opportunity. You can't get any more of an empty net than that for Johanna McNair, who's made some tough ones around Davitt. But she blew the open net goal opportunity. DeGeorge drops it back to Mudd. Mudd has a goal already in this match. Misses wide right. Beloit doing a great job controlling that back line on this south side of Stewart Field. Johanna McNair again. Still amazed she missed that goal. It was wide open, but she gets the assist, does McNair, as she finds Maggie Mudd. Second goal for McNair. Second goal for Mudd, both assisted by McNair. Second assist. So Maggie Mudd makes it 7-5 Beloit. So Maggie Mudd's second goal gives Beloit a 2-goal advantage with just under 2 minutes before the halftime break. McNair has 4 goals and clearly an assist as she fed Mudd, who punched one in the back of the net. Looking through the official stats, that's actually the first credited. Actually, yeah, that is the second assist for McNair. So Mudd with 2 goals and McNair now with 2 assists. Ground ball pickup will favor Illinois Tech. Well, actually, no, they're going to go with Beloit. He pointed to the Scarlet Hawks side at first, but he'll go to Beloit here. And here's Maya DeGeorge in behind the net, a chance to score, and another one for the Beloit Buccaneers. DeGeorge feeding Maggie Mudd. Maggie Mudd with a hat trick. Mudd's previous 2 goals assisted by McNair. This time it's DeGeorge. Maggie Mudd is good for third, or entering the match, she was good on the team for third in goals scored for this Beloit Buccaneer team. She's already at 22 on the season. Still in third, behind Maya DeGeorge, who has 29. Johanna McNair actually entered the game second on the team in goals, but her 4 goals currently has the team lead at 30. Final 93 seconds of the first half. And Tony Martinez comes away with the draw control off the catch. Hitchcock for Maya Huddleston. Huddleston trying to work around Healy. Huddleston took a hit right to the mouth up in that neck area. And now Healy. So Healy picks up the foul. And it looks like Huddleston will get a free position opportunity for the Scarlet Hawks. Huddleston, the senior out of St. Charles, Missouri, will take this free position opportunity. She goes for goal! Maya Huddleston goes for goal and gets it and brings the Scarlet Hawk deficit to her jersey number. Scarlet Hawks down 8-6, only 2.
Illinois Tech goal. Scored by number 2, Maya Huddleston. On the free position at 1:14.
Third goal of the season there for Huddleston. And that allows Illinois Tech to cut their deficit, as we said, to 2. 1:14 to go before halftime. 3 completely different games for the Scarlet Hawks. All played here at Stewart Field in their last 3 outings. It was a 20-6 fast-paced affair against Wisconsin-Stevens Point, where it was all Scarlet Hawks. Then it was more of a grinded-out physical affair on Saturday against Marion. This one a bit of mix of both. Good mix of back and forth. Good mix of fast-paced, good mix of grinded out. But right now, Illinois Tech down 2 as we inch closer to halftime with Maya DeGeorge in possession for Beloit. Maya Huddleston with the most recent goal. Maya DeGeorge had it briefly, and then she passed it off there to Johanna McNair. McNair. Defended well by Iona Pettigrew. Pettigrew, the sophomore out of Corvallis, Oregon. She can play attacker, much like Huddleston. Both can play attacker, but also both can play on this defensive side. And there is Huddleston. Huddleston's actually listed as a midfielder. We saw her score on the other end. Nice feed to Hitchcock. Final 30 seconds of the half. Hitchcock's got a race against DeGeorge and the clock here. But let's see what Illinois Tech wants to do. A pass to Niebler. Maher's not going to run that one down. And that's going to just go out of play to Beloit. The pass was intended to go to the middle of the field to Niebler. Shree Meher was unable to get there for the Scarlet Hawks. And now Beloit's going to pass this back to their keeper, Sophia Giardello. And that will take us to half, where the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks trail the Beloit Buccaneers 8-6. Very fun first half, back and forth, grinded out, very physical pace. But at the break, the visiting Beloit Buccaneers lead the Scarlet Hawks 8-6. We'll be back with second half action. Also, we'll go over our first half stats and recap our first half before previewing half number 2. It's halftime at Stewart Field. Beloit leading Illinois Tech 8-6. Illinois Tech Women's Lacrosse. Second half action coming up on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network after our break. Halftime here at Stewart Field in Chicago, Illinois. You're watching Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's lacrosse on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Programming note, the next time we'll be here with Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics will be next Thursday, April the 18th, 3 p.m. We will have the Illinois Tech baseball team as they will be in action against the Wheaton Thunder. We'll have all of that for you right here next Thursday, April the 18th, 3 p.m. against the Wheaton Thunder. And then also Wednesday, April the 17th, men's lacrosse will be in action here. So we'll have all of it for you, all of the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks action, going from lacrosse, baseball, men's volleyball. Men's volleyball actually season wrapping up. Men's volleyball tonight actually will be playing the Aurora Spartans in semifinal action, looking for a trip to the NAC Men's Volleyball Championship. You can find that on the Aurora Spartans websites. You can find that at AU Spartans Men's Volleyball, and later they should have a watch link available where you can catch the Scarlet Hawks taking on the Spartans in NAC Men's Volleyball semifinal action. But here at Stewart Field, it's women's lacrosse action. Scarlet Hawks trailing the Beloit Buccaneers 8-6. And here are some of our first half stats. Beloit outshooting the Scarlet Hawks 21-13, also leading the way on the ground ball pickups 11-8. Johanna McNair has 4 goals to lead the way for Beloit. They also have 3 from Maggie Mudd. The other goal was scored by Suzanne Healy, her first goal in almost 3 years to the date. The last time she scored a goal was April 14th, 2021. Well, here we are on April 11th, 2024, and she finds the back of the net to help Beloit gain an 8-6 advantage. For Illinois Tech, they have 6 goals, 3 of them by Kelly Hitchcock, 1 short of her jersey number 4 with just 3 right now. And then the rest of the team also with 3 players who all have 1. Faith Bush, Izzy Niebler with her first career goal earlier, and then Maya Huddleston on the free possession opportunity was the last goal scored by either team prior to us heading into the halftime break. Just under a minute before these two teams take the field, and let's go over some more of those stats. We looked at the turnovers. Illinois Tech, 13 turnovers to only 5 from Beloit. Fouls, 2 against Beloit, none against the Scarlet Hawks. And draw controls, Illinois Tech has won that 8-4. The 13-5 in turnovers, there's a pretty much an eye test point that you could point to in this match in the first half. And that's Illinois Tech. Whenever David gains control of the ball, Illinois Tech has had a hard time just getting the ball up the field. So for the Scarlet Hawks, when that ball goes to David and they want to try to advance it up the field, they have to find a more efficient way where they can avoid this Beloit defense. Their forwarding pressure has caused all sorts of problems for the Scarlet Hawks this afternoon, which is not uncommon. We saw that against Marion about a week ago when they met on last Saturday. So let's see how the Scarlet Hawks adjust. Meanwhile, Beloit, you're up 2. It's just about a matter of taking advantage of this game. Illinois Tech doesn't have any reserves. If you're Beloit, you like to see the Buccaneers come out and assert their dominance. Kelly Hitchcock won the second half draw control for the Scarlet Hawks. So Beloit's opportunity to assert their dominance will have to wait at least 1 possession. As now here come the Scarlet Hawks. Here's Maya Huddleston. Huddleston gives it up. It goes in behind the cage for the Scarlet Hawks. Martinez lobs it out to Faith Bush. Back up top here to Hitchcock. Good perimeter passing again from the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks working around. Ball goes in. Bush looking for an outlet. She had Godfrey running to that near side corner, but didn't deliver. Bush, pass to Hitchcock. Step to the net. Shot off the post. Almost what happened to Beloit in that first half. Even though that one was clearly much deeper into the net than that shot from Hitchcock, but here's Beloit the other way nonetheless. Maya DeGeorge. Long roll. Niebuhr was coming to dispossess from behind. DeGeorge got rid of it to McNair, who shot it right into the hip of David in a save. Now, this is where Illinois Tech has had problems all match, and those same problems persist. Beloit able to take it away. Felix, quick pass to Mudd. Mudd scores. Maggie Mudd makes it 9-6 Beloit. Mudd, for the 4th time this afternoon, finds the back of the net. Mudd's goal assisted by Cassidy Felix. Beloit's lead is 3. Tough break there for the Scarlet Hawks. They come down, they shoot. They come away empty. Beloit comes down, they shoot. They extend their lead out to 3. 13:29 to go in the third quarter. Illinois Tech women's lacrosse action right here at Stewart Field. Illinois Tech is scheduled for at least one more home game this season. That's scheduled on April the 23rd. That'll be against the same team the men's volleyball team is facing tonight, the Aurora Spartans. Draw control between Hitchcock and McNair. Hitchcock comes away with it this time for the Scarlet Hawks. Up to Faith Bush. Bush on the near side of the field here. Looking for a target. Goes back to Hitchcock. Hitchcock. Really no avenue to pass the ball there or take a shot, so now she just go to Bush. Back up top to Hitchcock. Hitchcock. Over to Bush. Bush. Quick pass to Martinez. Martinez spinning in traffic. The shot saved by Gidello. Sophia Gidello, she's been relatively quiet. I know we've seen a lot of shots from Illinois Tech. They have 6 goals. But Gidello has really been either she's been beat or there is no shot. It's been no in between. Here's Beloit to the net. There's Davitt with the save. That's what I'm talking about. We've seen more saves from Davitt than we have from Gidello so far. It's either a goal or no shot at all on Gidello. Meanwhile, Davitt has had a hodgepodge of shots, saves, ball hitting the crossbar and post, even though we saw Gidello see a shot off the post earlier. Johanna McNair. Nice give and go play. The shot and a goal. First time this afternoon that Maya DeGeorge has scored. And with that goal, DeGeorge actually ties herself with McNair for the team leading goals, both with 30 on the season, as Beloit's leading scorer finally finds the back of the net. Johanna McNair credited with another assist as DeGeorge gets the goal. So as we mentioned earlier, McNair actually came into this match second on the team in goals with just 26 behind DeGeorge. McNair has 4 to put her at 30, and now DeGeorge has finally, her first goal of the match, has gotten back level with McNair for the team goal lead at 30, but it was assisted by McNair. And the real goal for the Buccaneers is to win this match, and so far they have a 4-point advantage on the scoreboard. McNair, Hitchcock. Let's resume this show. Hitchcock tried to get the ground ball pickup, and she got it anyway, but she's going to get it anyway with the foul. There was a whistle which would have given it to Illinois Tech anyway had Hitchcock not got the scoop. Hitchcock over to Martinez. Illinois Tech still trying to find a way to respond to Beloit here in his second half. 2 quick goals from the Buccaneers. Mudd and DeGeorge. Maggie Mudd with the first goal, Maya DeGeorge with the second. And now Illinois Tech, I got to be honest, I didn't see that the ball ended up in the back of the net. There were a number of players in the area, but Illinois Tech has scored. It's Kelly Hitchcock. Faith Bush credited with the assist for Hitchcock as Illinois Tech scores. I have to be honest, I didn't see that play. I know the ball ended up in the back of the net, but Hitchcock really got lost in a mix of white shirts. There were about 5 Scarlet Hawks players standing from my vantage point to the front of the net, and all I saw was the white jerseys, and then all of a sudden yellow ball in the back of the net as Illinois Tech pulls within 3. Johanna McNair will go at it with Hitchcock on the draw control. But Illinois Tech finally answered here in the second half. But they're still down 3. Illinois Tech early on in the match had a 3-1 advantage. They held that lead for maybe about 4 minutes before Beloit started to finally get a few of their shots to find the back of the net. And ever since then, it's been a very closely contested match back and forth. But Illinois Tech, those self-inflicted mistakes, another long pass, out of bounds to Beloit. Maya DeGeorge, fresh off of a goal, in possession now for the Buccaneers. DeGeorge just standing out high holding. It's a 52-degree cloudy day here on the south side of Chicago. DeGeorge gives it up now to McNair. McNair, good pressure there from Pettigrew to force her back about 3 feet. Nice move by McNair to lose Pettigrew, but she also lost the ball. She hits Maggie Mudd, who goes to the net. Oh, what a move and a goal! Oh, Maggie Mudd with the spin move to elude 2 defenders, had them both going left, and she got the goal. Both defenders were going to their own left, our right. As you see it on the replay, look at them going right. Mudd goes back the other way, back of the net, goal. Beloit up 11-7 thanks to number 11. Just a beautiful play by Maggie Mudd. Unassisted, just an amazing move, an amazing evasive maneuver there by Mudd. Stopped on the dime, let the 2 defenders run right almost into each other as they had their momentum still running towards the net. Mudd cut the opposite way as if she was going to go outside the net. And then when she lost the defenders, fired it into the back of the net to make it 11-7. Junior out of Fishers, Indiana, Johanna McNair goes up against Kelly Hitchcock of Illinois Tech. Hitchcock, the senior out of Scottsdale, Arizona, comes away with it. Hitchcock back to Martinez. 10 minutes in counting in this third quarter. Martinez out on the perimeter, actually inside the red line of the perimeter. Gives it up to Bush. Bush back to Martinez. Martinez dropped it. It looked like she was going to turn and shoot if she held on. And you can hear Coach Kirk Lamb saying reset, and I can understand why. That was a pretty good play. Just a dropped pass. Can't expect that avenue to still be there. Hitchcock has Martinez coming in behind. Niebuhr tried to make herself available on the flash to the front of the net. Huddleston also was in front of the net. She had to redirect out. Faith Bush just looking. Trying to shake Healy is Bush. And with 32 on the shot clock, Illinois Tech have to pass back out to the perimeter of Hitchcock. Hitchcock still surveying the field. Niebuhr crosses in front of Gidello. Shot clock at 16. Hitchcock with Martinez coming to the ball. Martinez didn't have the angle to really shoot, so she's going to have to redirect path here, and she does just that to go into Bush. Ball goes out to Bush. 4 on the shot clock. Down to 3. Down to 2. Bush to beat the horn wide right. Shot clock violation will favor Beloit. And another long trip for the Scarlet Hawks. They had a player on the back line. Are they going to give it to him? It should be a shot clock violation. And so this will go to Beloit. Godfrey was on the back line, but remember, shot clock violation there. We'll turn it over to Beloit. As that ball did not draw iron with the goal. And here comes Beloit. The way I like to think about it in lacrosse, it has to at least hit the post in order to negate the shot clock. It's almost like how in basketball it has to hit the rim. It's just like that in lacrosse. It has to hit either the keeper or the net, or some part of that cage. Here's Maya DeGeorge. Over to Johanna McNair. McNair to the middle of the field. Lost the ball. That was going to be her shot, but unfortunately she bobbled it where she would sort of grab the cross to fling the wrist. Here's a pass to Mudd. Mudd can't get much closer than that. Maggie Mudd scores, makes it 12-7 Beloit. That McNair-Mudd combo, that M&M combo has hurt the Scarlet Hawks, McNair and Mudd, and as a result, Beloit up 5. Johanna McNair is having a game, to say the least. Number 16 in Navy. We mentioned what she's done scoring. She has made a huge impact as well, making passes for her team, a number of assists for McNair. And with a 12-7 advantage, McNair now sits at 4 goals and 4 assists for a grand total of 8 points. Meanwhile, Maggie Mudd herself sits at 6 goals, 1 assist as well. Kelly Hitchcock has 4 goals. She's won a number of draw controls, but she couldn't quite win that one. Here's Maya DeGeorge. Nice step by DeGeorge to get past Hitchcock. Starting to look like Illinois Tech. The fact that they don't have any reserves starting to catch up with them. And there's an easy play for Kleinhofer. Daisy Kleinhofer. You see her jumping up and down for joy as she makes it 13-7. 13-7 the score as Kleinhofer finds the back of the net. And Johanna McNair credited with another assist, her 5th. So Daisy Kleinhofer with only her 2nd goal of the season. She didn't have to wait as long as Suzanne Healy did in between goal 1 and goal 2. Her first goal came back on February the 24th of this year. Goal number 2 coming today on April 11th. Kleinhofer, the junior from Manuka, Illinois, extends the lead out to 6. Beloit starting to get the better of this Scarlet Hawk. Remember, this short-handed Scarlet Hawk team, they have not one single active reserve here. They do have 3 players on the sideline, but all dressed in nice Scarlet Hawk gear. We got a red hoodie, a Lacrosse hoodie, a black Hawk, and a red jacket over here. I know that's 4 pieces of clothing. One person is wearing 2 things, and now here is Beloit looking for the ground ball pickup. Whistle against the Scarlet Hawks. Or excuse me, against Beloit will favor the Scarlet Hawks. And now Hitchcock has it for the Scarlet Hawks. Kirk Lamity calling for Martinez to go X. Instead, Hitchcock's going to just go to the net. But also for Illinois Tech, you can start to see it. Even players in Martinez, they were wanting her to get to the plate, the spot on the field, but Scarlet Hawks starting to run out of gas here. You can see it in the legs here. Every single player in white and black has been out there, is going to have to be out there for at least an hour. The pass to Hitchcock. Hitchcock couldn't, or she did hang on. I thought maybe she lost it the way she just reacted, like she maybe got a goggle knocked loose. But now here comes Bush. Bush working on Patapete. The shot for Illinois Tech goes wide, recovered by Godfrey. Mercy Godfrey. Over to Martinez. Under a minute on the shot clock. 52 seconds and counting to be exact. 6:10 and counting to go in the 3rd. Martinez uses the screen from Godfrey. Martinez going to try to wrap around. Shot not there. She's going to try again. Goes to the front of the net. And Martinez scores. Tony Martinez. Great effort. Couple of hesitation steps. Half spins trying to deter and throw Beloit off defensively. But Martinez able to find the back of the net for the Scarlet Hawks. 13-8 the score. Beloit by 5 with 5:55 remaining in the 3rd. It's only a 5-goal deficit here for the Scarlet Hawks. We saw them over the weekend. They were down huge against Marion. Even had the running clock rules put on them in that matchup. But rallied back to make it a 13-6 loss on the scoreboard. It was 13-6 final, a 13-6 final on Saturday. Here we are at 13-8 with 5:55 to go in the 3rd. And a whistle. It will favor the Scarlet Hawks on the violation against Maggie Mudd. Kelly Hitchcock on the run. Hitchcock to the front of the net. Hitchcock, all saved by Gidello. Shot it right into the thigh of Sophia Gidello, did Kelly Hitchcock. And unfortunately for the Scarlet Hawks, it keeps them down 5 on the scoreboard. Buccaneers, great effort from both teams here near midfield. It's Martinez who comes away with it and takes a hit up high. And that'll be a foul. Cassidy Felix, the guilty party on the contact, and also the guilty party on the yellow card is 20 in Navy. So Cassidy Felix will head to the sideline via the yellow card. Here's another look at that goal from Martinez. Just a great couple of half moves to elude the defender. And then finally the shot. And so now with Cassidy Felix off, Illinois Tech, they have a player advantage. They were able to score on their player advantage earlier. So Martinez up to Huddleston. Huddleston with 80 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Scarlet Hawks to work. Full 90. They got the possession started on their side of midfield with a full 90. Here's Hitchcock. The ball goes out high. Goes to Bush. Back around to Hitchcock. And now the Scarlet Hawks will reset. Faith Bush is actually going to come off the field. I think she's got a bad cross. She's trying to change her cross here. So Bush comes off behind the play. You'll see her run back in. There she is with a brand new stick. Remember, Illinois Tech, they don't have any reserves. So anything they have to change is going to have to be changed during live game action unless there's a timeout. Huddleston shot. A whistle as she got ready to let it fly. And I'm looking at Beloit. Johanna McNair, she noticed that Faith Bush ran off the field. She was looking back to the sideline. She didn't know what the Beloit defense should do. You can see McNair here on the near side of your screen, right in the middle of it. But now Huddleston will take the free position opportunity. The shot for Illinois Tech is a goal. Maya Huddleston for the second time today. For the second time today, number 2 strikes for the Scarlet Hawks. And Illinois Tech back within 4. Four. (13-9) Beloit with 4:06 remaining in the match. Third quarter action. I should say here at Stewart Field. One more quarter of action remaining. Illinois Tech trying to get closer as we get towards that fourth and final quarter. Remember, we still have to switch sides one more time for that fourth quarter, meaning Illinois Tech will head towards the north side of Stewart Field. Hitchcock. Oh, what a take out of the air by Suzanne Healy. And now Beloit gaining possession. 4 minutes to go in the third. Healy over to Maggie Mudd. Maya DeGeorge. She's got Johanna McNair to her left, Mudd to her right, Healy in the middle. All 4 have scored. It's McNair who was going for Mudd. Mudd wanted to shoot, but didn't have the ball yet. DeGeorge is surrounded by Scarlet Hawks. Pettigrew took a high check from Mudd, and she'll go down. And that violation will turn it over to Illinois Tech. Illinois Tech's defense collapsing on Maya DeGeorge, forcing the ground ball pickup, and then it led to the foul against the Buccaneers. Pettigrew leads it up the field for Hitchcock. That's going to get away, and that has been the issue for the Scarlet Hawks all match long. Those outlet passes trying to get the ball up the field have favored Beloit, whether it be steals off turnovers or just bad pass turnovers. Illinois Tech continuously turning it over to Beloit. Cassidy Felix. Felix holding, defended by Martinez. Felix, light jog to the middle of the field, literally a centering play here, just a light jog to center up the ball. They go over to DeGeorge. Here's McNair. McNair picked up by Pettigrew. Great defense by Pettigrew to force McNair to lose the ball on the turn. And McNair actually wanted a whistle. She thought maybe Pettigrew pulled the stick. Honestly, it looked like McNair just lost it trying to turn the corner. And now Hitchcock takes a stick to the chin. Whistle favors Illinois Tech, but we play on. Hitchcock over to Huddleston. Scarlet Hawks looking out high. Huddleston goes over to Hitchcock. Hitchcock with George applying the pressure, immediate pressure defensively. Bush back to Hitchcock. Healy is in the vicinity as well. Final 100 seconds of this third quarter. Huddleston over to Martinez. Illinois Tech is, once again, more this patient offense. But that shot clock continuing to tick, 30 seconds. Pass for Huddleston goes wide. Let's see if she can run it down. She's got Patapete coming in behind, and Patapete knocked it loose, but a whistle against Elizabeth Patapete. McNair gets the steal on the turnover for Beloit. Johanna McNair up to Maya DeGeorge. They've got 4 players in the middle of the field. Now McNair joins the attack. McNair, front of the net, shot it wide, left off the fencing. Illinois Tech will gain possession. No one on the back line for Beloit. Faith Bush. So Bush will play it on with McNair applying the pressure. Final 40 seconds. Hitchcock. It's 13-9 Beloit. Illinois Tech trying to push towards midfield as we wrap up this third quarter. And a stoppage of the clock with 28 3/10. And the foul goes against Maggie Mudd. They'll get Mudd off the field for a minute. So Mudd comes off the field thanks to the green card. Pass to Martinez, 19 seconds. Back out to Bush. Bush couldn't quite handle it. 15 seconds. Let's see what Illinois Tech decides to do with the ball here. Hitchcock trying to work towards the net. You can hear Scarlet Hawks coaches saying, move it. Hitchcock shoots it. It's missed. Run down by Huddleston. And you can hear Illinois Tech again saying, hold the ball, and they'll gain possession just as the quarter comes to a close. At the end of 3, the Beloit Buccaneers lead the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 13-9. Fourth quarter action, final 15 minutes. On the other side of this break, we'll be back to Stewart Field in Chicago with more on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Fourth quarter action getting ready to begin here in Illinois Tech as Illinois Tech women's lacrosse continues against the Beloit Buccaneers. Beloit with a 13-9 advantage as we get ready to begin our fourth quarter here at Stewart Field. Chris Rouse on the call. Remember, coming up on Wednesday, April the 17th, men's lacrosse is in action here at Stewart Field, taking on the Concordia Chicago Cougars. We have that for you right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Remember, that's Wednesday, April 17th, 7 p.m. right here at Stewart Field. Men's lacrosse taking on Concordia, Chicago. And then also next Thursday, 3 p.m., baseball, Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks baseball taking on the Wheaton Thunder. That's 3 p.m. at Ed Glancy Field. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks baseball, Division III baseball, as the Scarlet Hawks play host to the Wheaton Thunder. Right now, Division III women's lacrosse continues as the Scarlet Hawks take the field. Caitlin Davitt headed back to her goal. Much the same can be said about Sophia Gidello, the keeper for Beloit. Right now is Gidello and the team in Navy up 13-9 as we get ready to begin our final 15 minutes, fourth quarter action, and ready to begin at Stewart Field. The last two times Illinois Tech was at home, we saw running clock rules, one for the Scarlet Hawks, one against them. They beat Wisconsin Stevens Point 26. That was on a milestone Saturday on March the 30th. Then this past Saturday, April 6th, on Illinois Tech Senior Day, they were the victims of a 13-6 win for Marion. Marion at one point led by 12, but Illinois Tech putting up a number of goals in the fourth, able to eliminate the running clock rules, got the deficit under 10, but unable to obviously come back and win that matchup. Johanna McNair in behind. Well, she started to go in behind, wheels out to Maya DeGeorge. Maya DeGeorge just holding, and I would expect to see more of this from Beloit here in the fourth quarter. We've talked about how Illinois Tech, they don't have the bodies, they don't have the legs. You expect them to play more of a half field. You know how in basketball it's a half court, slower game. But now here's Beloit holding here with DeGeorge. DeGeorge having a conversation with the official. Even the Illinois Tech coaches are saying, come on, let's bring it up. Let's apply the pressure defensively as Kenza Afeeve comes up to pick up Maggie Mudd. Here's a chance for Beloit, and the shot is a goal for the Buccaneers. The Beloit Buccaneers extend their lead out to 14-9. It's Maya DeGeorge for the second time today, and Beloit's back up 5. So Beloit gets it to their leading scorer, DeGeorge. As DeGeorge actually just regained her lead as the team's leading scorer with her goal there. It's been her and Johanna McNair. They've been trading the goal lead all day. But that's the second goal for McNair. Puts her at 31. So the second goal for DeGeorge puts her at 31. McNair sits exactly at 30 with her 4 goals today. $14-9. 14-11 remaining on the game clock. We got a pickup here for DeGeorge. And here come the Beloit Buccaneers. Pass intended for Healy. Huddleston just didn't have the legs to get there. Here comes Maggie Mudd, who definitely has the legs. She's been sitting for a minute or two. She comes back in, charging the ball, and regains possession for Beloit. Mudd pressured on that back line. With a whistle. 5-goal advantage. 13-38 and counting. We know Illinois Tech can score 5 in a quarter. We've seen it. We haven't seen it today, but we saw it last weekend against Marion. And now we got an official stoppage. We've got an official stoppage here. We got one official over at the table as the clock has stopped at 13:27 on the game. There has been an issue with one of the shot clocks here at Stewart Field. They both are working now, but the shot clock that is not in your picture, meaning the one on the other end of the field, that one was actually frozen at 90 during the last Beloit possession prior to that goal. The other shot clock was working just fine, but because the shot clock that you see on your screen was working just fine, but because the other one is on the other side of the field, sort of went undetected. And now another whistle. McNair made a move to the net, and it looks like there's a violation against Beloit, and it'll turn it over to the Scarlet Hawks. Maya Huddleston. Huddleston running down the field, looking for a teammate. She finds Bush. It's Faith Bush. She's got Huddleston right there if they want to drop it off. Martinez is on the near side of the camera. You can see number 22 sort of backing out. Instead, Bush will just hold it as Illinois Tech redirects path of attack. Hitchcock will have to hold. Thought she was going to sidewind one. Instead, she goes inside and bounces it home. Kelly Hitchcock, another goal for the Scarlet Hawks. It's 14-10 Beloit. 12:25 to go in the fourth. Plenty of time for the Scarlet Hawks to rally back. But they're going to need more goals like that one from Hitchcock, and they're going to have to come quickly here as that clock becomes more of an ally to their opponents, the Buccaneers. You see Hitchcock getting in down low to that left side of the net. And she actually bounced him on that right side of Sophia Gidello to score the goal. Makes it 14-10 Buccaneers. Scarlet Hawks back within 4. 12:25 remaining. Hitchcock and McNair greet each other again for the draw control. Illinois Tech, the play. Remember, no one on the sideline for the Scarlet Hawks, but you can hear the players hyped up saying, here we go. Back within 4. They gain possession of the ball. Now here comes Hitchcock. Hitchcock. Light jog down the field. She's got Huddleston in behind her. But now Hitchcock just going to hold it. She gives it up now to Mercy Godfrey. Godfrey, the senior out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Met by a bit of a Beloit double team with Alexis Schubert keeping a close eye on her. Also, they had the George in the area. Haven't heard much out of Schubert. I know Schubert had one touch earlier. Hitchcock flings a sidewinder left of the net. It'll go out of play to Beloit. And now, here's where, if you're Illinois Tech, it's worth observing how long Beloit takes on these possessions. We saw earlier the George literally just held the ball for maybe 25 seconds on one possession before Beloit had any activity. Maya DeGeorge across midfield. When she crosses the yellow line, she's in the offensive zone. She passes it ahead to McNair. And now Beloit with a pass in front. Kleinhofer, the goal! Daisy Kleinhofer, her second goal of the day, third of the season. And Beloit extends their lead to 5, 15-10. All that play, I was thinking about Beloit maybe trying to hold the clock, hold the ball and run the clock. They wasted no time, did the Buccaneers. They got to the net and scored, extended their lead. Johanna McNair credited with another assist, 16 in Navy. If she's not looking for her own shot, she's looking for the shots of her teammates. As now Beloit up 15-10. McNair, 6 assists in the match to go with 4 goals. And remember, Maggie Mudd has Beloit's goal lead. She has 6 of the 15. McNair has 4. That's good for second on the team in today's matchup alone. She's also good for second on the team on the season with 30. Hitchcock. Over to Bush. Here's Tony Martinez. Martinez up top. Gives it back to Hitchcock. And you see Illinois Tech just walking into the spots. It makes you wonder how much they have in those legs here. Every player that's out there for the Scarlet Hawks has been out there the entire match. They have no reserves, no active reserves this afternoon. So these women have been out there, or by the time the end of the match, they will have been out there the entire 60. McNair goes in behind. Johanna McNair picked up by Pettigrew. And you see McNair in behind the net. Let's see if she's going to try to go for a shot. And we've seen McNair do that a few times today where she'll try to take a hard step towards the net. She'll just lose the ball. And now the foul. The foul will favor Illinois Tech. McNair was down. She had to put the ball down. And here comes Pettigrew. Pettigrew, oh, she bobbled it trying to pass it to Niebler, and as a result, Healy comes away with the ground ball pickup for the Buccaneers. Healy pressured back towards the table. Gets rid of it ahead to McNair. Johanna McNair, an efficient attacker on this Beloit team today. 4 goals, 6 assists. Responsible for 10 of her team's 10 goals, whether it be scoring them herself or the assists. Maya DeGeorge, she has 2 goals herself today. 31 on the season. Good for the team lead for Beloit. Got a whistle out on the field here. It'll favor Beloit. They get a full minute on the shot clock. And Healy able to run it down. And you can see Illinois Tech. It just doesn't look like they have the legs anymore here. You see him just sort of watching. And now here's another run of the net. A whistle as a shot is saved by Davitt on the attempt from Cassidy Felix. But Felix will get a free position opportunity. That clock certainly a Beloit ally with 8:38 to go. Cassidy Felix, the shot off the post as she tried to bounce one past Davitt. It ricochets into that far corner near the shot clock. Hitchcock picks it up, picked up defensively by Kleinhofer. Illinois Tech, that's a long way to run. Hitchcock trying to get out of traffic with McNair applying back pressure. And a whistle. Hitchcock over to Martinez. Martinez, middle of the field. Martinez looking for someone. Could possibly take it herself here against Maya DeGeorge. There is space. Instead, she goes over to Hitchcock. Really no motion on this left side, the near side of the camera for the Scarlet Hawks. There's Niebler who flashes, but that window closes quickly. Martinez tries to flash. She'll try to go for goal. Nothing there. Good help defensively by DeGeorge and Schubert. It was Schubert applying the help to DeGeorge. Alexa Schubert, number 15 in Navy, the junior out of Anchorage, Alaska, making a key play there. She's made a number of key plays defensively. Haven't seen the ball go to that right side of the cage for Illinois Tech when they've been on the north side of the field today. Here's a chance to go to Niebler from Martinez. Ball knocked down by Felix, picked up by DeGeorge. And with 7 minutes and counting to go, Beloit's number 7 pushes it up. And here come the Buccaneers with McNair. McNair, she's got help to her right. Kleinhofer is open right there in the middle. She finally drops it off to Daisy. Daisy couldn't score as Davitt knocks it down. And Illinois Tech comes away with it. A bit late on the play recognition there for Beloit as McNair had Kleinhofer. She looked like a fast break trailer in basketball running right to the net, but the pass came late. Here's Hitchcock. Long run for Kelly. Hitchcock bounces it in. Goal for the Scarlet Hawks. $11 for Illinois Tech. They pull within 4 late in the matchup. But again, 6:36 to go. Here's another look at Hitchcock. Long run from Kelly. Gets right to the front of the net. Perfect bounce to the left off the post. And she got some of the nylon to bring Illinois Tech back within 4. Coast to coast, unassisted for goal, number 6 on the day for Kelly Hitchcock. Unfortunately for Hitchcock, her team trails by her jersey number right now. They trail by 4. But Illinois Tech with 6:36 to go in quarter 4. There's plenty of time. But that clock becoming just as much of an enemy as it is an ally for the Beloit Buccaneers, who already have a 4-goal advantage with 6:30 and counting to go. Hitchcock. It's really been the Kelly Hitchcock show these last few possessions for Illinois Tech. She gets surrounded and a whistle. Tony Martinez. Back over to Hitchcock. And I think we get a green card against Beloit, and McNair will come off. And McNair, who has clearly been an eye test MVP this afternoon, if you've been watching for Beloit, should have to spend some time on the sideline with 6:21 to go. Here come the Scarlet Hawks. Martinez up to Bush. Faith Bush, he's got Hitchcock coming in behind. Martinez is there as well. You could see a cut. There's Hitchcock on the cut, but the ball goes to Martinez. Bush to Hitchcock, the shot. Bounces wide left. Beloit might win that one, and they do. Great effort by Haley McNamee. McNamee, the sophomore out of Cooper City, Florida, another one of those starters on that back line who we haven't heard much from today. But that was a key play by McNamee. Get her cross to the back line and give Beloit possession. Buccaneers continuing to try to salt this one away. 5.5 minutes. Cassidy Felix. Picked up by Pettigrew. Felix's shot bounces wide. Cecilia Johnson, the first year out of Mobile, Alabama, on the back line. Salvages possession for Beloit. McNair back on off the green card. McNair wide open in front of the net and a goal! Johanna McNair off the sideline, a beeline to the front of the net. Got the pass, shot, goal, 16-11 as Beloit's number 16 gives her team that number on the board.
Who's your assistant? 11.
All afternoon has been McNair to Mudd. Well, Maggie Mudd returns the favor with an assist to McNair. The M&M connection for Beloit today. McNair and Mudd have certainly been a thorn in the side of the Scarlet Hawks. And actually, it's interesting we mention Mudd and McNair because their jersey numbers are the score. That's the score right now. 16 for Beloit, 11 for Illinois Tech. Mudd 11, McNair 16 for Beloit. Speaking of Mudd, she's in on the draw control against Hitchcock. All throughout that play for Beloit, when McNair was coming back in from the green card, you could probably hear Kirk Lamity and Lillian Yanni, the assistant coach of Illinois Tech, yelling both, hello, hey, everyone, you got to watch McNair, watch 16, watch 16. And then right when Illinois Tech, they had Pettigrew responded, McNair had already had it in the shot for the net. It literally was when the pass was coming in, that's when Pettigrew picked up McNair. But by that point, it was already too late. You see Beloit with two players just fronting each other here with DeGeorge and McNair. Beloit had a backside sub there. Macy James started the match, the senior out of Mineral Point, Wisconsin. She came in for Laurel Zolper. So we had 3 for 23 behind the play as Beloit just held the ball. I can only commentate on action that I see. Here is the ball goes inside for Beloit as Huddleston intercepts. Final 4 minutes as Huddleston loses it. It goes out of play to Beloit, and it's just been a frustrating day for Huddleston. We saw her earlier try to run down a ground ball where she just outright smacked the ground with her cross, and that's how you can see her just swing it in frustration after turning the ball over to Beloit on the pass. Unusually quiet weekend around Illinois Tech when it comes to sports, but we'll be back in action Wednesday with men's lacrosse against Concordia. Baseball Thursday. Now here's a run to the net. A shot saved by Davitt on the attempt from Felix. Felix had a second chance on the pickup, but lost it. Johanna McNair takes contact from Huddleston and loses it off the contact, and actually, so it is just a foul against Huddleston. They'll stop the clock at 49, shot clock at 49. So McNair will resume action now for the Buccaneers. McNair looking. Almost a high underhand pass there to Felix. Felix had to leap a little bit to secure possession. 2:40 to go, and you can see Beloit now just taking laps around the cage here, just trying to run that clock down. Felix back to the front of the net. A shot goes wide right. The Buccaneers do have two on the back line in Kleinhofer and Johnson. Kleinhofer over to Maya DeGeorge. DeGeorge picked up by Cabezas. Cabezas sold out totally to try to stop DeGeorge from scoring. She laid out on the turf, but nothing doing. Maya DeGeorge scores 17-11 Beloit. Great defensive effort from Nicole Cabezas, but Maya DeGeorge not to be denied, and makes it 17-11 with 2:18 to go in the match. Well, Illinois Tech, if I have to be all the way honest here, unbiased observer, I would say the goal that really sort of salted this away for Beloit was the goal from McNair prior to that one, when she came in from the green card and ran right to the back of the net, right to the front of the net, and got to put the ball in the back of the net to make it 16-11. But this goal here for Beloit, that'll just about do it with 2:18. Let's see how Illinois Tech responds. But once again, that's beyond an uphill battle here for the Scarlet Hawks with 2:18 to go. And then Healy wins the draw control, or comes up with the possession off the one draw control for Beloit. That's now McNair. You see McNair. McNair took a nice glance at the shot clock, spaced herself about 5 feet from Iona Pettigrew, and now the pressure coming from the Scarlet Hawks. Inside 2 minutes remaining. Maya DeGeorge has it. Hitchcock all over DeGeorge. They're the two leading scorers of their respective clubs. DeGeorge's most recent goal, her third of the day, put her at 32 on the season, and now a whistle on Hitchcock. Hitchcock with 5 goals entering this matchup. 5 goals in this matchup, puts her at 54 on the season. And, of course, I mentioned DeGeorge earlier, sitting right now at 32. Thanks to her goal earlier. Her third goal earlier. Here's DeGeorge. Worked on by Nicole Cabezas. Inside 90 seconds. Minute 22, that's 82 seconds. Here's DeGeorge, front of the net, and a goal. Maya DeGeorge, making sure this one is on ice for the Beloit Buccaneers. It's 18-11. DeGeorge extends the Buccaneers' lead to her jersey number, 7. A minute 14 to go in this one, but it looks like the Beloit Buccaneers are going to be well on their way to a win here. If results hold in this final minute 14, Beloit will go to 5-5, get their first win in NAC conference play. Illinois Tech will fall to 3-8, go to 0-2 in NAC conference play. For Illinois Tech, no rest for the weary, as they'll get another 3 o'clock start Saturday against Edgewood. So quick turnaround, literally just one day in between this match and their match against Edgewood. Not even a full day, not even a full 48 hours from the start of this one to the start of the game on Saturday. 46 hours in between starts. Hitchcock. Long run to the net. Final minute 3. Martinez with a flash. Surrounded by Beloit defenders. Ball picked up by Sophia Gidello. Gidello out of traffic. Out near midfield. We're under a minute here at Stewart Field. Daisy Kleinhofer. A long run. She's got support. Kleinhofer dropped it off. Kenza Feeve helps defensively as Johnson was the target for Beloit. Johnson's pass goes to Hitali Katari, who's in for the first time, and a whistle. Hitali Katari, the sophomore out of India, number 18 in Navy, got in there. Had a brief touch. And with 20 seconds Kelly Hitchcock is going to push down the field, surrounded by Cassidy Felix. 18-11 with 12 and 2/10 as Beloit. So it's going to be a green card against Beloit's Cassidy Felix. And so Felix will sit out these final 12 seconds for Beloit, who will get their first NAC conference win of the season on the road here against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. And so for the Beloit Buccaneers, they end a 2-match losing streak. They go to 5-5. They go to 1-1 in conference play. And the Beloit Buccaneers get out of Stewart Field with an 18-11 win over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Beloit's next match will be Saturday at 12 p.m. They'll go to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where they'll take on the Marion Sabres. Illinois Tech, as we mentioned, 46 hours between starts. They'll play Saturday at 1 p.m. Remember, today's game started at 5 p.m. They'll be playing Saturday against the Edgewood Eagles, and we will have that for you. Or actually, that would be a road matchup. The next time we'll have the Scarlet Hawks at home. They won't be at home again until they see Aurora on the 23rd of April, and we will have that for you on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. So until next time, for all of our crew here at Stewart Field, this has been another presentation of Illinois Tech Women's Lacrosse. Once again, our final, the Beloit Buccaneers 18, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 11. For all of our crew at Stewart Field in Chicago, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been another presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics. Take care until next time.